Okay, got a few retainers here to pumice. What I'll do is I haven't been going over pumicing very much in my video, so I thought I'd shoot a real quick video on how I do my pumicing and my technique and what I use. What this is Resilience by Jericho, and it is a Pumice Substitute. This is about the consistency you want when you wet it. It's a white powder, and you wet it down, and it becomes this. If it tends to get dry, what I do is I have a sports bottle here that I fill with water, and I just wet it down when I need to, mix it back up. And we got a spatula that we use to pull the stuff away. Kind of a messy business here in this lab, but you know, it gets the job done. And you could tell the used stuff is gray or kind of blackish, mainly gray, and the newer stuff, when I turn up the new stuff, is white or a little bit yellowish. You can see back there. So make sure you mix it up consistently. Just always mix it up. Add water if you need to as you're pumicing. That's why it's good to have a sports bottle full of water. Also, this stuff's bad for your lungs, so make sure you wear a mask and or have I made this little suction unit where it suctions out all the particulate and dust before it can get to me. And even when the wheel gets dry like it is now, it'll dry out the material and it'll start building up, and this will get it away from my mouth and my lungs. So anyway, let's get started and pick out a good retainer to use. Alright, so I think I found a good example to use. It's a turquoise with silver glitter. I think the glitter really does pop in these after you get done. I have them finished on the model, as smooth as it can get. Let me see if I can get some light in here. As smooth as it can get with your burrs, because that will make pumicing go a lot faster. Alright, let's get started. Alright, so first thing you do, put some pumice in your hand, wipe it onto the retainer. I like to work this edge all the way around, and then I like to work this edge all the way around, and then I go in the middle, back and forth, smooth motion. On this edge, I like to do a figure 8 motion. My wheel's already dried out, and it's okay. I like a really wet wheel. You'll see why in a second. So I just work circular motion, keep checking it. And work this edge. So what I'm doing is trying to blend this edge, this smooth edge into one smooth edge. Keep putting your pumice on there. And so the reason I like a wet wheel is I can shape it to get into any small area that I like to get into. So let me pause this and let me wet the wheel real quick. Okay. Got my wheel wetted. Can't talk. Alright. Now these start out this big. So you can see how the pumice shrinks it down the more you use it. When it gets to about right here, this one doesn't have much longer. I replace it because it just doesn't cut as fast as that. And it's a little bit skinnier, which will fit in here really well. But as it shortens, it gets filled up with pumice in there, and it gets kind of thicker. So I try not to go in the same direction every single time. Mix it up, go different directions. should get a smooth surface. And if you'll stop adding pumice to it toward the end, it will actually show you if it's smooth or not. So, one last pass, and that's on the tissue side, to get anything that, maybe a bubble or something that is sharp on the roof of the mouth, and it's ready to be rinsed, and we can high shine it now. Alright, I've rinsed it. This is what it looks like before pumicing. So you almost already have a shine. And that's what I like about this Pumice Substitute. It is already smooth. So the high shine part really does gloss it up a lot. Oops, I see a part I need to pumice right there. Let me go do that real quick. This high shining will also show you where you missed on the pumice. I mean, it'll be just blatantly obvious. What I like to use is this, which the label's rubbed off, but I did take a picture of it. High Shine Acrylic Polish Stick, JBC & Company, item number 703. And then I mainly took a picture of it because I knew it would get rubbed off when this thing got wet. So that's the instructions. And the instructions say to put this on here, and then dab your fingers in water and wet it a little bit. Alright, so you use the same technique you do pumicing. I like to start on the edges, circular motion. This is kind of the fun part, because you really get to see what the retainer comes out like. So, this obviously goes faster than pumicing. I like to do my wires, shine them up. Don't do them too much because it'll turn your wheel black. But there you go. One pumiced and polished retainer. So, as I've said before in previous videos, the longer you can stay at the coarsest level or the coarsest burr, the shorter each subsequent step after that is. Alright, so it is now ready for the ultrasonic. Sometimes it's hard for the iPhone to focus in on a shiny retainer. Get the backside a little bit. Backside never does polish up very good.